Hello Legends fans, it's your boy Beaky and I'm absolutely hyped to be here to reveal a brand new card for the new expansion coming out on November 30th to the Elder Scrolls Legends Return of Clockwork City. Yes guys, we're getting a bunch of new cards and here is mine to reveal to you guys right now, and I have something special to share with you guys as well. Ba-bam! Star Sung Bard. Now let's take a look at this card art before we go into detail about the card itself and do a little discussion. So here we go guys, and this is in 4K so you guys can see all that lovely card detail. So first of all, this card art is absolutely beautiful. It really does look like she's in a tavern in Elder Scrolls game, whether Skyrim, Morrowind, and just having a good time while playing some music, and it really seems like a fun scene, and that kind of almost relates to her effect. As you guys see, immune to silence, and unique cards cost less, so she can't be silenced, so Sorcerer's Negation is going to be able to silence her, it's going to be able to damage her but not silence her. Suppress, Shadowfen Priestess won't be able to silence her effect. As long as she can stay alive, it will be a very interesting card, and definitely at a 3 magicka, it's not so expensive that it's unplayable, and it has the option of equipping items to this card. Now I figured, because her effect is so unique, we gotta well see if she would actually work out in game. Is this something we're gonna see people play? I know I'm gonna play because there's definitely cards I want to cost less, and let's actually go through all the unique cards for legendaries that are in the game and see which one we think is going to take the best use of her ability. So let's go ahead and take a look. And of course, me being a meme streamer sometimes, I think it makes sense that the first one I'm going to show is a Doran Fan. So here we are guys with a Doran Fan, 3 magicka cost. We all know the effect right here. And is this a card we're going to see a lot of combo with Star Sung Bride? I don't think so. I don't think really getting the cost reduction on Doran Fan is like the best thing ever. Usually you can play this when you draw it. It'd be nice if it's cheaper, but I don't think this is like a big combo you're going to see too much. But it would be kind of fun if you're playing an all-neutral deck. This situation might work together quite well, especially with Odahviing Dynamo, which is the last card I revealed during the last time. I like neutral cards, so always like revealing them. Let's keep going through some other neutral cards. Let's go into the next one, Dragonborn. Now here's a card I actually do think getting this reduced and getting it out quickly might work out quite well depending on your deck you are currently playing. In fact, even if you're going to be playing it late game, if the cost is reduced, it even might work out. So let's say you're playing a ramp deck and you ramp Scout or ramp Warrior, whatever it might be, and you just ramping magicka to get to 12 magicka to play Dragonborn. It's something I've done just for fun. It's not always the best deck, but I'm sure you guys have seen it before. You ramp. Once you have like 11, 12 magicka, you play Dragonborn, and then once Dragonborn is played, those dragons become cheaper. But it'd be my fun if you have enough extra cards in your hand, being this be 5, if you get to, let's say 12, you got you can play this at 5 magicka, and then you got 6 magicka to play another card. So that might be actually useful to play something like this. So might be an option right there. And at the same exact time, if you have one of, like say 3 of these in your deck, at least they get turned into dragon after you play Dragonborn. They become still very useful. So a definitely interesting thing right there. And if she's on the field, if you do draw out a unique dragon, well, the cost being reduction there is not bad either. Let's move on from there. Wabbajack. Yeah, getting Wabbajack on the field sooner, I think it's good. Having 4 cost Wabbajack, it works out quite well. If you play one of these at turn 3, turn 4, then Wabbajack's even cheaper. I'm all for it. I think Wabbajack is fine with that. Lydia. Now, this is a card I don't really feel like it's not something you're going to see combo very well. I don't think her cost is so high that you're going to want to always play that turn 4. I think it's nice to be able to have her reduced by 1 or reduced by 3 if you have 3 of them out. But I don't think it's going to be seeing these two in decks together very often. That's just my personal opinion really quickly. And like I said, I'm just going through this live. I'm just giving my live take on what I think cards would actually work quite well with. Alright, moving on from there, let's take a look at Shadowmere. Now, 0 cost Shadowmere would be kind of fun, so I'm saying why not? Yeah, having a 0 cost charge creature definitely can be fun. Definitely if you, once again, if she's on the field and you have a Odahviing Dynamo and a Shadowmere in your hand, having Shadowmere at 0 cost at turn 4, you can play both of them, bam, hit the field, and that's a bunch of damage straight to face, and Shadowmere becomes a guard. So I like that combo right there. Astrid, I think getting this card earlier as soon as possible on the field is nice as well. So let's say you draw this at turn 4, right? So you have Star Sung Bride on the field at turn 3. Turn 4, you draw Astrid. You could play Astrid now, and then you could play the Fighter's Guild Recruit. So because Astrid is going to be 2 costs, and then Fighter's Guild Recruit is going to be 2 costs as well, at turn 4, you get to combo those together on the field at the same exact time, and it looks pretty good having both lethal creatures on the field. And of course, Fighter's Guild Recruit could protect Star Sung Bride. So I can see there possibly some plays there. It's probably going to be mostly for the later cost magical cards, but I just see certain things I'm thinking about right now, and especially like, once again, if you get 3 of these on the field for some crazy strategy you're trying to pull off, especially as we don't know every single new card that's going to be in the expansion yet. We do have some ideas that there are some other neutral cards that are going to be in many different decks that could even enhance this ability more. So it's going to be interesting. It definitely is going to be interesting. All right, guys. All right, let's keep on going right now. We got Dawnbreaker. Now, Dawnbreaker is one of those cards that if it get a reduction, yes, instantly. I don't think nobody's going to argue with me in that. If you want a reduction on the cost of Dawnbreaker, Dawnbreaker is an absolutely epic, awesome item, 4/4, and it destroys an undead creature. If you could get this reduced by 2 or 3, it's unbelievably powerful for you. So I definitely can see that being played together in certain decks. Moving on from there, Emperor Tullius and Mad 2. This is one of those cards I don't play that much, but I would like to have it cheaper. It's not something I think is going to be really be the game changer for this card, because I still don't think this card's going to get that much play just from the cards that we've seen played showcased so far. But maybe there's more cards that will come out where you're going to be like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to play Emperor a lot more. And if you're going to be playing a longer deck where it's going to be playing for like until 12 Magicka, or even like, you know, up to 15 turns, maybe this would work together in the deck quite well if you have a lot of unique cards in there. All right, so could be a possibility. I'm just not sure yet. I gotta wait and see, really. I don't actually think this needs a reduction at all, just because of the plain and simple fact that it's not something you might want to put down too early. Like, I've had this card in my hand on turn 4, and I'm like, I don't really want to play it on turn 4. I want to play till we get closer to turn 6 or turn 7 to have the effect actually work against a Ramp Scout or Ramp Warrior or another type of deck that I know is going to try to play late game, or Control Mage deck that wants to play until they get Manticora. So I usually don't play this at turn 4 anyways. I usually save it for turn 6, turn 7. So this is a situation where I don't think I would ever really want to combo these 2 cards together anyways. Just my personal opinion there. And usually with aggro type cards in red, you're going to want to just keep Hidden Face either ways, that to the point that you're not like, oh, well, I'm not really want to, you know, play a card like Star Sung Bride anyways, because I just want to keep Hidden Face. That's just what I want to do, and she might be a little too slow for that strategy. Just depends on what you want to do. High Hagrath. I think this card definitely could work together. This is a card I love, but one of the biggest problems with it is cost is not too high, but you need to get it on the field as soon as possible. And being able, if you put Star Sung Bride out and you get it, let's say you draw it at turn 4, being at a 1 less cost could work out. Because let's say you run in High Hagrath and you run in Word Wall together, right? On turn 4 now, you can play this Word Wall. You play High Hagrath as a 3 magical cost, and you play Word Wall, and then Word Wall becomes right there 4/4. So that's all on turn 4. So little things like that I think is actually quite important, and I think these 2 cards will be played together in certain fun decks. At least I'm definitely going to be trying it out for fun. All right, here's another one. Now, this is one of my meme cards too, in a way, and sure, getting a reduction is fine. I don't think it's something we're going to see all that seriously be played that much, but I'm sure somebody out there is going to do it. I'm not going to even go into much details on this one. We all know what he could do, and if you wanted to have his effect happen sooner, sure, go for it. Why not? Another interesting one, I actually think that most decks that play her would not play something like Star Sung Bride. I just think they want to go a little bit more aggro and get other type of willpower creatures on the field quicker. That I just don't think that people are going to be comboing these 2 cards together often. Maybe I may be wrong, but let me know if you guys disagree with my opinion, that you think you're going to be playing these 2 cards together to get the card cost down to 3. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know. Yes. This is one of the cards that when I saw this Star Sung Bard, I was like, okay, they're going to be together. Yeah, like, you want to get Blademaster on the field as soon as possible. Now, the only caveat, once again, is Blademaster is usually in heavily aggro-focused decks. Things that I'm not trying to play later than turn 7. I mean, a lot of times you see Blademaster, you might see him in the deck too. So it's kind of a weird situation. Like, those decks are usually trying to be aggro, but then trying to control it a little bit at the same time. Is somebody like her gonna, like, playing so late game, gonna... I mean, so not that much attack, not much of defense really going to fit well in the deck. We got to wait and see. I'm going to have to put it in a deck build. I got to know the rest of the cards. I got to really think about what I want to see. This is only part of the set, and there's so many other cards to combo with it. I'm going to have to really see how this all works out. Let's keep it going on from there. Having her get a reduced in cost definitely helps. I mean, she already reduced the cost of action, so having her cost less, sure. Let's get her back. Let's get her down to 4/3 Magicka would be absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see how that works out right there. And one of my favorite cards in the game, College of Winterhold, the card that I love using for my follower and sound on Twitch. Yes, 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 ladies and gentlemen. I want this card to be reduced as much as possible. I want to play this card when it costs 3 Magicka, 1 Magicka, 2. I don't even know. I know it's not gonna get down to 1, but I want this to cost as least as possible, and then start getting to be able to activate it, and then use the 1 cost card it gives you on turn 1, and just go ham with it. Definitely, I want this reduced. That's me personally right there. Ulfric, I think this card costs too much, so I say yes. Yes, this being reduced is definitely worthy. I think the card is... I mean, it's not cost too much, but it costs too much for me to play it in the decks for its ability. That's what I'm trying to say there. Just for its ability, it costs too much, and there's obviously... the shouts in red is not my favorite as well, so that's just my opinion there. This is my opinion. So having him get reduced cost might make me want to use him a little bit more with Star Sung Bard. Alright, let's keep on going. There's plenty of unique cards in this game, guys. There's lots. This card, I'll take it. If it gets reduced, sure. If it doesn't get reduced, I never thought this card cost too much to play. The decks that play it usually have a good enough flow that you can play it at the right time and keep it alive enough to get 1 to 3 uses out of it. So if it gets cheaper, sure, why not? If it's not, it's okay. I don't think it's something that we're going to obviously see an instant combo of these cards always being together. Not at all. Definitely don't see that happening, but it's a good reduction if it happens. Yes, 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 I want this card to be reduced. Yes, there is going to be decks I'm definitely going to be building around a Ramp Warriors, where I'm going to be playing long game, controlling everything, and I'm going to use her in the deck to help reduce the cost of this. I want this card to be reduced as much as possible and get on the field as cheaply as possible, and hopefully even to play the guard at the same time. I want to play this. If I can't play in the shadow lane, I'll play in the left lane and then play a guard there to protect it, whatever it might be. I want this to be reduced, yes. Alright, High King Emeric. The Sorcerer fans out there, the High Cat Dillon's one of my moderators on Twitch and on the Discord server. If you guys haven't joined our Discord, it's called the Elder Scrolls Legends Tavern. Come join, come discuss Legends, have tournaments, and have fun. Alright, enough promotion of that out of the way. High King Emeric, one of the best cards in the game when it comes to legendary uniques. It getting reduced, it just makes it even more powerful. This is a very strong card, and I know some people are going to be a little scared if this one gets even cheaper. Because right now, it can't get, you really weren't going to be able to get this much cheaper unless you got it out of Lockpick. But Lockpick is in, you know, agility attribute, and besides that, it doesn't get affected by, let's say, just Thieves Guild Recruit once again, which is an agility attribute. So this to me is like one of the best ways so far to really reduce the cost of this card. And if you could get this, if you just have 2 of them out and get High King Emeric down to like a 4 cost, that's unbelievably valuable. If you have enough war creatures out there, it could be really dangerous. Orb, good card, great to have it reduced. I approve. Yeah, definitely approve of this one getting dropped down. Definitely do think these 2 cards will be played together. This is a situation that's this is probably one of the most perfect situations right now. If you're playing something, a support deck in, let's say you're playing a monk support deck, and you have a lot of neutral cards in there, like, well, like a support right here. And I think it might work out really great to have this card reduced down by 1 or 2, and then start, like, you know, drawing out cards. It will work out quite well with Tower Alchemist as well. Let's say, actually, we can put this. Say you have Tower Alchemist in hand, right, and you have 3 of her on the field. Just say for whatever reason you're able to get 3 of her on the field and they're all alive, and now you're on turn 6, not turn 6, let's see, yeah, no, turn 7, let's say turn 7, so you were able to put 3 of them down, turn 7 now you could play Orb and you could play Tower Alchemist all in 1 turn and still have 1 Magicka left over. Let's say you use the Orb and you draw 1 Magicka card from your opponent, then you can play that 1 Magicka card. Let's say if it's Brutal Ashlander, so like just little things like that, that's what I'm thinking about. So that could be a little good combo. I definitely do see these 2 being played together very often. Another key one, I think, this card I have always thought was just a little out of cost for me to play in a lot of deck. I absolutely love the ability. I love it, man. Anytime you gain health, you know, deal damage to your opponent. And it's one of those cards that can be super OP. So I understand why the developers made it a 7. And it's another card because it's an agility attribute. It could be reduced by Thieves Guild Recruit. So if this got reduced by 2 by Thieves Guild Recruit and then get reduced by 1 more by Starsong Bride, it could be really dangerous. So it will be interesting to see if it's going to be comboed in decks where this is a key card. Because, you know, like, if you could play the health gain cards, you could play cards that could give defense to her, keep her on the field, and then get this reducing cost quickly enough that maybe you start your strategy a lot earlier. But the biggest problem with the ring card has always been removability, and there's going to be a lot of cards that can remove supports now, especially with the monthly reveal card. So that's always the biggest downfall with a card like this, with basing it around your whole deck really around that one strategy. It's always a risky thing, but if you could get it working, why not? Alright, just a quick little thing too. I really hope there is some type of card in this new expansion that could return supports from the graveyard. Then she becomes even more valuable. I really would like to see that. Alright, red. Sure, it's fine, but I don't really think we're going to see this all together. I don't think a lot of scout decks are going to... Well, I can't say that. Maybe it will work with the scout decks having stuff like Parthenax. Maybe it is an actual play. Like with Parthenax having red, it could be good to have her and the reduced cost, but we gotta wait and see. I'm gonna say wait and see right now. I'm gonna say wait and see with red too. Moving on from there, Alduin. Sure, you know, guys, if you have Alduin in your hand, you need Alduin reduced. I mean, like, there's pretty much no other card that you would really want to reduce a whole lot, and Alduin's one of those. So why not? Why not get Alduin cheaper? I mean, it definitely will help. Obviously, having this cheaper helps as well. Usually, though, if you are in a situation where you're about to lose and not having it at having it 11, that you're probably in a bad situation altogether. So I'm not gonna say like there's gonna be that many decks comboing these together, but I'm sure there will be some. Yes, I do see, like I said, if you're playing like a control monk or a support monk where you're playing with those orbs as well, I actually do think you're going to want to reduce Dragonborn. I think this is one of those cards you want to get as cheap as possible. If you could get it dropped down by 3. So like if you drop it down by 3, then you could even have it to the point where you could Dart Rebirth it if you're playing with a mage deck. You know, you play with a mage deck, you could Dart Rebirth it in that same exact turn. So that's kind of one of the combos I'm thinking in my head. You rock 3 of these you have 3 of these on the board. And then you have, at least that's how I'm assuming it works. It's like if you have 3, they would all stack. Yeah, so you then you get this out, then you have a Dart Rebirth, then you play that, and then bam, you stole 2 creatures. It might be an amazing move, and I'm sure sooner or later somebody's going to do it. It's going to be cool to see. And the number 1 card that I just felt like, yeah, come on, we all want this card to just be cheaper. We really, really do. We want this card to not cost as much, because I'm like, it's such a good card. If you can get this reduced by 1 or 2, it becomes vastly more playable. It just so does. So there you go, guys. That's not every single unique card. Like, you know, I didn't show you guys Parthenax, but that's basically everything. And I just want to go over them, and some of them had more to say, so that's why I wanted to show you guys. But once, like I said, the key cards I think that's going to be really interesting to see is going to be support decks with unique cards in there, like College of Winterhold, Orb. Those types of stuff getting reduced cost is going to be super interesting, and especially if you're playing a support controlling deck, then that's even more fun. With Tower Alchemist, that's where I see this card getting some really cool use. If you guys can think of anything else, I'm sure you guys are even better crafters than me. Tell me what you guys think about a card like this in the comment section below, in the description, or if you're watching this live on Twitch right now, you can let me know in chat because I'm streaming this too. Alright guys, peace out. See you guys soon with more Elder Scrolls Legends news. Till next time, peace the heck out. Thank you for watching. Later.